Thank you everyone to whoever has joined today's workshop. We are super excited and really grateful that you have taken out a very important time of yours. And I hope that this workshop will be fruitful and worth your time. I do hope that my screen is visible, and do let me know at any point if you are unable to see my screen, unable to hear my voice, or if you have any doubts throughout the session. If you want me to slow down my pace, I'll definitely look into those things and make sure that this workshop goes on smoothly. All right. So before diving into the workshop, a quick intro about me. I am Aharna Haq. I am the developer advocate at Drona HQ, and I'm a big time community enthusiast. And I mostly spend my time building agents for different use case as well as for personal productivity. But more of that later. We will dive into a very specific use case today, which is like business is a very common problem. All right. So we have opened up the early access to Drona HQ's agentic platform. I have linked the site in the chat section, as well as we had sent it via our reminder emails. So make sure that you have signed up for our agentic platform, because that's the starting point and the very important first step. From there, you will get the access to the platform. You'll get 2000 AI credits and a 30-day free trial, and you can use that to like build your agents in this workshop and later for your exploring as well. All right, so this workshop is going to be pretty easy, pretty simple, and there's like a few steps. First, you have to sign up on our platform, as I mentioned in the earlier slide. Next is I will be sharing a very useful agentic guide. Let me just quickly share that. And the third thing is that in this workshop, since this is a workshop, I'm expecting that everyone would be following along with me. In case you would like to take it up a notch and make haste, you can also follow the guide. I have provided everything in the guide. Let me quickly share the link while we're at it. All right. I have also shared the link to the guide. So once you open that link, you will be able to see that you've landed on a page like this, where there's like a lot of instructions that's going on. And mostly this is our source throughout this workshop. Everything that you need from A to Z is available on this page. So make sure that you open this page and do like a follow along throughout the workshop. All right. Now, before we dive in, I'm expecting that maybe some of the people here are building the agents for the very first time, while others might be seasoned already. I'll be taking it very simple, very slow, and trying to make things as understandable as possible. And that's about it. And make sure that if you liked our workshop, if you have built the agent yourself, make sure to share it in your social media, LinkedIn as well. For that, you can just head over to like the last step, and you can just post it on your LinkedIn. Make sure to tag us and do share what you have learned in this workshop. Maybe we can give away some extra credits if we really like your post. All right. Now let's head back. Okay. So before we dive in, there's like few things I would like to discuss. At first, you have to understand that at Drona HQ we provide a very secure. Firstly, we provide a very foundational layer, which we have integrated with the enterprise level systems. So if you're already using different kind of tools, let's say for today's agent, since we will be building customer support agent, if you already use, let's say, Zoho Desk, Freshdesk, Zendesk, if you're already plugged into those systems, you have to not worry at all. You just pull those tools in all of your data into a centralized platform like Drona HQs, and we take care of everything next that happens. We have a secured enterprise level system, which means you get features like a role-based access system, different environments, and all of those enterprise level systems already baked in. So you don't have to do all of the plumbing, and setting up maybe the guardrails. We have also like tracing for your observability of the agents, as we will see while we build our agent in the later time in the workshop as well. All right. I have actually listed down like a few things that I would like to take up. And you'll also have to understand that all of the agents that we are building is kind of, aiming towards the stage three. But we will come to that. But let's see what is the stage one of, stepping into maybe the agentic world, right? We have often used like co-pilots. We have used ChatGPT, Gemini. These are mostly like the stage one of you getting immersed into the whole AI scene, right? You use ChatGPT for all of the generative purposes and other LLMs like that. Stage two comes in with all of the fragmented systems, and basically building like agents which has access to very, I would say, small tool list, and not at all like enterprise ready. But in stage three is where the actual deliverable production ready work happens. There, you build your agent in a centralized format where you can already pull in your data from the tools that you already use, so that it is integratable with the existing work that you do while you take it agentic, right? And you have all of these enterprise level pipelines already baked in. So that's where we come in, and that's where with every workshop, with every use case, with every business logic in mind, we try to ingrain all of that throughout our workshop. All right. So these were all of the few pointers that I had to discuss. Next, on to the guide. So as you can see, our step one is to set up our accounts. I hope that you have already done that. In case you haven't, you can just click on the sign up button right here and just set it up. So if you click on sign up button, it will get to a site like this where you can just put in your work email ID. Make sure to put in your work email ID and a password, or you can just sign up with Google. That is also fine. Next is, once you have signed up, you will get the 30-day trial and 2000 credits, and you can then launch the builder, which will take you to, and like before you have to like authenticate, and it will take you to a kind of admin dashboard like this, where you will be able to see the agents that you have built so far. If you're signing up for the very first time, you might not see any agents, but you will see once you have built a few agents in your platform. All right. Next is we just start building. Here's a quick intro about me, a quick definition on what Drone HQ does, and in case you want to visit our website. And we have also broken down core concepts into like very simple definitions, so that if it's your first time working with agent, maybe it's your first time building an agent, you can understand what we are like taking up in each of the processes so far, right? We have instructions, tools, knowledge base, guardrails, triggers, and LLM. I can a few of the, yeah. Okay, I can see a few of the people who are repeating participants in our workshop. So they have probably already built like 1-2 agents already. So yeah, these are the some of the concepts in case you are new. It's just a clear heads up. Next is what we will be doing step by step while we are building. So it's easy. We just create a new agent, rename the agent, make sure like you give a, like very suggestive name so that it defines your agent. And then you just configure in the next steps. In configuration, there's like a lot of things you need to do. You need to set your instruction for context. You need to, connect your tools, LLMs, and all of those scenarios. All right, and next I have also provided the agent template that you can use. Um, So this is a quick definition of the agent that we are going to build, and I have provided the system instruction, which basically is super important while you're building an agent. The more clear your agent instructions are, the more correct steps the agent takes, and you get the desired result, right? So it's important to mind the clarity while you're writing the agent instruction. If you this is a very copy pastable thing, so you can just copy and paste it in your own agent instruction. But in case you want to like try out other agents, the most simple way out is you go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whichever LLM you want, and then you describe what you want to do, like each step, and then it will provide you a pretty great system instruction, which is what I have done. I have also listed the tools below. It's a pretty long instruction, I would say. I have also listed the tools that we will be requiring and the sub toolkits that we will be using throughout, and also the knowledge base. From here, you can download all of. There's 5 PDFs that you can download, and we will take it up from there. So make sure you follow these steps and like understand like what I'm trying to explain in the guide section, because this becomes a very important source while we are building the whole agent. Then I have also provided a few of the sample prompts to test out your agent. And the few of the last steps are to like test your agent, and once it works perfectly, you can just publish and share your agent with your peers, with your teammates, and lastly, share what you have built. All right. So these are the clear 8 steps. I will just take 2 minute pause in case anyone is still signing up or any doubts we have so far. All right. Just once again, I would like to remind that since this is a workshop, I would like everyone to follow along with me. In case I'm going too fast or too slow, make sure you let me know that I might need to slow down or the pace up. Apart from that, in case you have signed up, you can launch your builder and just get into the whole admin console. From there, we will take up building the whole agent. Okay, perfect. I think we can start. So for that, I'll just launch my builder from here. And yes, you'll be able to see that we have also provided like a few templates over here. You can view all of the templates and maybe take it to like explore on your own. But for now, let's click on an add agent, and we will learn various things on the go. So yeah, so you just click on add agent, which will open a brand new canvas for you, which looks something like this. So at first you would have to like name your agent. So you can just name it. So in today's use case, we will be building a customer support agent, but more specifically a customer support agent for return, right? Because customer support is a very broad context and a big spectrum. So we can't cover everything with one agent. Maybe we would need multiple agent architecture to build a robust customer support. Also remember that while we are building an agent, the agent goal of any agent is basically to carry out task on behalf of a human. So it is like a it is like a teammate. So make sure that you kind of dive into the specifics so that your agent works out perfectly. All right, so I'm just going to name this one return port agent. And you can select like the agent logo from here. I'm just gonna keep it as is. And you can also write a small description. I'm not going to. I'm just going to click on update, and that's about it. And next, I'm going to select my model. You will be able to see that we have provided like all these three models for now. I'm going to switch to Google, but you can go ahead and use OpenAI, Anthropic, whichever one you wish. Uh, this looks fine. I'm going to go with 2.0 Flash. And yeah, I hope that everyone, whoever is following along, is able to reach this stage without any hiccups so far. Okay. All right. So once you're in here, the first and the most important part is to build your agent instruction. Good news for you is that I have created that instruction already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that from this guide page. So I'm just going to click on copy and just paste it right here. And let me quickly explain what this agent is going to do and how I have structured my agent instruction as well. Now, you will see once you start building a lot of agents, you will realize that the instruction becomes a very huge part. How you structure it, how well is the language, and how much clarity does the instruction provide to the agent? Because that is kind of the rules the agent operates on, right? Okay. So as you can see, I have just provided a quick definition of what it is going to do, and it is only going to handle simple return queries. If you have if you have refund related queries, let's say if you have site related queries or any other random queries, it is not going to answer. Okay. Now, since it was just on a very specific use case and we are building this for a very demo purpose, so I have set it up right here only. But if you want to take it to a next step, you can also add guardrails, which will prevent the agent from absolutely deviating from the track you want it to be. Right. So it will not be answering any of the random queries, maybe like political queries or any of such things. All right. Okay. Next is I have laid out the steps it needs to do before diving into like more deeper section. I've just laid out what are the steps. Okay. So it is going to analyze any of the incoming support emails or playground. Since you will be on free trial, so I have made this agent a playground first agent. But ideally, the support queries usually comes into email, right? Or maybe like through the agent. Let's say you are operating on Mintra, so you raise query with the agent, or like send it to the support email, right? So that's how it is structured to be. Next, it is going to verify customers using the email ID again, Zendesk customer list. Now, usually you have the data in CRM, maybe Zoho CRM or any other CRMs for your customer list. If you already have that, you can connect that and make sure you mention the tool name here as well as you connect it from the add tool section. But I'm going to go ahead with Zendesk just for the ease of this demo. Next, it is in the 2.5 step, it is just going to check whether this ticket already has a duplicate. Maybe the customer is raising the same query over and over and over again, right? We don't want a lot of duplicate tickets in our database. That is just going to hamper the workflow. And next is to classify the message, basically understanding the customer, categorize the message, labeling it to the urgency and also the sentiment of the customer, right? Because these are very human things that automation cannot preempt or cannot understand. This an agent can understand with the help of an LLM, of course. Next is decide a resolution path, basically whether the agent should auto resolve or escalate. It can auto resolve through knowledge base that we are going to add, or it will escalate if it has very high urgency, high priority, or if the customer is super angry, super frustrated, if any of the situations like that arise. Next, but not the last, is create or update the Zendesk ticket. only if duplicate is not found, right? Okay, pretty easy, pretty simple 6-step process. Next, I have, if you just read in the agent instruction, you will be seeing how the agent is built to think. What are the, like all of the thought process it's going to do. Step one, step two. I have just then, put all of these steps into further detailed version of it. Right? Needs clarification, verify customer in Zendesk, duplicate check, classify. Now this classification becomes really important, because if you classify it wrongly, the agent might not be taking the right steps, right? So the logic should be like solid. I have kept it very simple, but it can be as complicated as you want it to be. All right. Next is like how to resolve if it has decided to, like, let's say, auto resolve or escalate. And one sec. Okay. And at last it is going to like create a Zendesk ticket and all of that, right? Now, these it is this agent is structured that if the customer support query is of high urgency, is of high priority, right, then only it will log into the Slack. Okay, then only it will bring in a human. Then only it will notify your team ki, hey, look, this support query needs your urgent attention. Otherwise, it is usually going to solve all of the informational queries, or just queries with a lower priority with the help of knowledge base. Now let's see how we can add the knowledge base. So for that, although I already have the knowledge base created and connected over here, but still let me show you how you can do that for yourself. So you just go ahead and click on add knowledge base, and from here you just click on new knowledge base, which will bring you to this screen. All right, and then here you name, let's say, the documentation. I'm just going to create like a dummy, and you can select an embedding model. Let's go ahead with this one only, and creating a knowledge base. And here you'll be able to see that we have different formats from in which you can like have your knowledge base. So we have files here. You can upload your like PDFs and all of these formats which are supported, JPG, PNG, and all of those things. You can also submit it in question answer format, in text format as well, in even in links. So if you, let's say, if you have a Google Doc link, you can just link it right here. But make sure that every time you update that Google Doc, in your agent, you will have to recrawl the Google Doc so that it gets all of the updated content. And the latest and the one which I have used is connecting a Google Drive. So basically, if you have all of the files in your Google Drive, now it is way easier. You just click on add Google Drive, and then you connect an account. If you have not connected an account already, you can just go ahead and manage accounts and connect your Google Drive from auth, and that's going to do it. So let's say I select my account, select my drive, and from here in KB I have like knowledge base. I have downloaded all of these knowledge bases, and you can select all of these files and just add the Google Drive files right here. That is going to connect your knowledge base with your Google Drive account. All right, pretty simple steps. I hope that so far no one has faced any hiccups. Let me know if you have. I will take like quick 30-second pause in case you have any doubts. Please drop them, or if you want me to repeat at any point, that's also absolutely fine. At last, you just click on add Google Drive files. That will do the job. So let's say I can just actually add this one. All right. Thank you, Sudhir, for the heads up. Okay, so it'll just take like a few minutes for all of your documents to, like get settled into the knowledge base, and that's it. So if I had to show you, yeah, you will be able to see that these are loading. Once it's loaded, you can also like refresh maybe like after 1 minute, and that's all it'll take. Let's wait for these and then we can move ahead. If you are uploading PDFs also from the file section, then also it's going to like take a minute or so. So make sure you've done that. Refresh. Really, instruction shouldn't start with hash. I'll tell you why is that. We have written the instruction in the markdown format. Okay, let me just quickly go back to the builder to show you why there's like hashes and stuff. So, okay. So this is our instruction, right? And if you do like a preview, you'll be able to see the more official and formal version of how the instruction actually looks like. But we have just used markdown so that the agent can understand what is an heading and what are the like content within the heading, right? So you do not want like everything to be in the same context, because the headings are important to make the agent understand, okay, this section is different from the next section, things like that. I hope that it was clear. So in the preview, you'll be able to see this is how your agent instruction actually looks like. Okay. So now you'll be able to see that all of the files from my drive have been uploaded, and I'm going to use this documentation for the knowledge base also, in case you're doing the same thing. All right. Next, I'm going to head back to my agent and I'm going to add this knowledge base. So once you click on knowledge base, you'll be able to see that the knowledge base is right here. And you will also be able to see how many assets are within that knowledge base. So you'll be seeing 5 assets. That's it. And just add knowledge base and that would do the job. Okay, you have this documentation knowledge base right here. I hope that so far the steps have been pretty easy to achieve. Okay. Next is what we are going to equip our agent with hands. Basically, the tools for the agent to accomplish each and every task. Okay, for that, let me take you back to the guide so that you know which tools to like include in. I still hope that my screen is visible. Okay, so for this agent, we are going to use Zendesk, as I said, for listing our customers and also creating all of the query tickets. And within Zendesk, we'll be having these 4 5 sub toolkits. For Slack, we will just be using send message function. For Gmail, we can use like fetch email, send email, and reply to email thread. Now, importantly, if we are operating for a playground, the first two tools are mostly required for this demo. But I will also show you how you can attach your Gmail in case you plan to like upgrade. On that note, if you would like the Gmail trigger to work, one sec. Yeah. If you would like, all right. Okay, let me come back to that later. But ideally, what happens is we get our customer support queries in our Gmail, right? And from there, the agent gets triggered, right? So we have that trigger already. But in case you want to access that, you can drop an email in my email that is mentioned in the chat, which is aharna@jonahhq.com. And I will get that enabled for you. Okay. But for now, these two tools are fine. And yeah, let's head back. Okay, one sec. I think my screen share stopped. Okay. I hope that it is now visible again. Yeah. Okay. Next, let's now add our tools in here. Make sense to you, then only it's gonna make sense to your agent as well. One sec. Yeah. Okay. So first we're going to search for Zendesk. Also, while you're adding your tools, if they don't appear like in like, let's say top 10 or 20, make sure to search your tool, because we have a huge list of tools, like it's close to 900 in ready tools itself. So yeah, it might take some time if you are searching from tools very down below the list. So yeah, we have Zendesk right here, and from here we'll be selecting creating Zendesk ticket and all of that. So create Zendesk ticket. You can also select create Zendesk user. Also, it's great that if you have already signed up in the Zendesk, if you already are using a Zendesk database, then it's great. In case you haven't, it's very easy to sign up. If you're doing a follow along, please just sign up. Like, it'll take 30 seconds max, but it will really help for your agent to work out. Okay. Next, I'm going to get Zendesk ticket, then list ticket, list users. You can also attach a reply to Zendesk ticket if you want. I'm not going to update Zendesk ticket. That makes 5. Okay, yeah. 5 looks good. I'm just going to add 5 tools. Also, while you're building the agent, one important point to note is that if you're in the free trial, we have, I think, a limit of 10 toolkits that you can add in the tool section. So make sure that you are not hitting the limit before you're adding all of the tools. So we'll be somewhere close to 10 tools only. Yeah. So you just don't add all of the toolkits available inside a tool. Just use only those that will be required for your agent use case. Otherwise, it's no point to get your agent all heavy and get it all confusing in the option abundance. Okay. Next is I'm going to add Slack. So Slack, it should come up right here. Oh, okay. It was only available. Sometime it'll open also. Sure that you select the Slack tool, not the Slack bot. And inside Slack, you just select the toolkit of send message, which will be somewhere in the S section. Yeah, okay. So Slack message. So once we'll add all of the toolkits, I'll also show you how you can connect your account, which is like a 2-click process, not too much. And then okay, let's also add the Gmail tool for now, but we are not really going to be using it. One sec. Let us open. So here we are going to just select 3 toolkits. You can, omit, like skip this tool of Gmail by adding for now. You just can omit this part. But in case if you ever want to like, you know, let's say upgrade or want to get the trigger access, which I'll also be showing you next, you can do that. And there the Gmail part becomes really important. So I think my network is really glitching. So my bad. That's why it's taking so much time to load. Let me quickly refresh this. I think that'll help. So far, if you have any doubt at any point in any step regarding the tools, the agent instruction, please feel free to drop them. I'd be more than happy to solve all of your queries. After all, we are building a customer support agent itself, so why not? Okay, in ready tool section, we'll go ahead to Gmail. I hope it's not going to take any more time. I think those who are building along with me have already gotten the list and selected all of the tools. I am the only person who's waiting for this one because of my bad network. Just give it some time. So as we wait, we can like have a quick question answer. I can see Gayatri already firing up some questions in the chat itself. And so, yeah, have you explored any of the agents or built any of the agents so far in any of the platforms? How was your experience? What have you built? We would definitely like to know. Agent building experience does come in handy while you're also exploring, let's say, new platforms so that you know how it all works out. If you have built on any real use cases, maybe even for personal productivity, that also helps. Uh, okay. You, as you might be knowing, that we host these kind of agent building workshops like for a few months now, and we have built like I wouldn't say a lot, but definitely close to 7 agents so far, and all of those workshops have been recorded and kind of documented. So so you can like check out our YouTube channel as well and check out how to build those agents as well. Some are pretty simple, some are really productive as well. So make sure you check that out. We have also written blogs in case video is too much. You can also check out the blogs in written format. So just you can scroll through and scan through all of the important stuff and get your agent ready in no time. All right. Yeah, this is taking little time. Hopefully it'll come. Okay, while we wait for that, okay, it has decided that my network is really bad. I'm really sorry, folks. While that still loads and loads and loads, let me show you the trigger section that I was talking about. And now this becomes really important and also varies quite a lot for agent to agent, right? So if I had to show you in this trigger section, yeah. So as you'll be able to see, if you are on the free trial version, you'll be able to see the chat option already available. But if you look at my screen and you click on like add trigger, in the inbuilt triggers, you'll be seeing a lot of other options as well. We have WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger, webhook, scheduler, all of these that you can use. Next, we also have quite a lot of triggers in ready triggers as well, right? We have Asana, we have Discord, we have Gmail, we have Drive, Sheets, Slides, Super, anything. Like you take the name and we almost have it, right? So what I was basically saying that you might be like a little out of context while I was talking about the Gmail trigger. Basically, when the support queries come in the Gmail, the agent automatically gets triggered, right? Because you can receive support queries at any point in time of the day. It can be even at midnight, because you never know when the customer raises their queries. And let's say if it is auto solvable, then you don't have to take the headache of looking into the ticket and then like updating the status, replying back to the customer. You don't have to do all of that. You just set this agent and forget about it. The agent takes care of the rest. If the customer support query is really a matter of urgency, then it gets forwarded to you, so that your team can focus on the more important queries of the customer instead of the things that are almost solvable from the long policy guides, right? So in Gmail, you basically have to select like this new Gmail message trigger, and don't have to like configure any of these. This is exclusively if you want the agent to work as soon as you get the email, and this is more of the ideal scenario we are talking about. So you just connect your account from here. As you'll be able to see, we have like these three accounts connected. You can, if you have not, like you can add your account from here. Just click on add account, and almost connecting the account has the same process. I'm not going to show you again. And next, you just in your label ID, this label ID you can get. So in the tool section, for the agent, there is a query of get label. From there you can get all of the labels from your inbox, and you just put in the label ID. So if I had to show you one of the agent, kind of the similar agent that I kind of practiced all of this into, let me show you that trigger so that you get a context of how to set this trigger up. uh, okay. Okay, I hope that my screen is still visible with the Gmail trigger. In here you'll be able to see that I have mentioned the label ID, right? So this is my label ID, which the agent only got me. I just had to select the get label ID, and that's it. And next, you have to like select the label, which is the CS, which stands for customer support, and that's it. That's all you have to do to configure your agent so that it gets triggered every time you receive a customer support email. I hope that it was like super easy for everyone to understand here. I'm trying to make things as simple as possible so that it doesn't like get too much complicated. Okay. So now that we have our tools in here, so the one that I was talking about is, mm, one second, people. See, you can just add this list Gmail labels. and then ask your agent, hey, can you list all of my Gmail labels? And then it will show you all of the Gmail label IDs. Uh, this is the most easiest version that you can do it. Instead of like going into the Gmail and searching for all of the label IDs, because I tried and I almost failed. So this is the more easier option. I tried so that you don't have to. Anyways, in case you're attaching Gmail, make sure to add like fetch email, get the label, like list Gmail labels, and send email. And also, very important is reply. Okay, one sec. What is reply? Yes, reply to email thread, right? So that the agent is able to auto solve and reply to the customers that just has the informational and low urgency queries. All right, you just add these three tools. I think we might be, like little overboard of the 10 tools list that we had, but no worries, since we are operating just from playground today in this demo. So we don't have to like really worry about this Gmail part. Okay. All right. Okay. So our tools are ready. It's important to also connect all of the accounts. Otherwise, you will, if you have not connected any of the account and you have freshly signed up for an agentic platform as well, you'll be able to see that there's a connect button in the tool, which is appearing little red. From there, you just go ahead and click on add account and click test out any of the account, basically connect your account from here. I hope that if you hadn't signed up for Zendesk previously, you already have done that. I'm just going to cross it out. This is kind of like a requirement while we build this agent. Next is we are also going to select our Slack account. So from here, we can add our Ahana test, and that's it, and save it. Make sure you've connected the account via auth2. It's very much 2 clicks process, not too much that you won't be able to handle. Next is adding the test Gmail. So I've added the test account, and that's it. So all my accounts to all the tools have been connected. So my agent finally has the brain, which is like the model. It has all of the rules and the agent instruction of what it is supposed to do, all of that attached. It has all of the knowledge from our knowledge base that we have added, and it has all of the tools in hand so that it can achieve the task we are supposed to give. Now is the time that we test our agent and see what this agent can do for us. Okay. For that, I have also shared the prompts that you can go ahead. Also, while we are building this agent, if you have not already configured your Zendesk previously, it is fine. Just go ahead to Zendesk. If I had to show you the Zendesk version also, just for the clarity of all of the steps, I don't want you to miss any of these steps. Just give it a moment as the Zendesk is loading. I can see we are close to like our completion time, but you don't worry. It'll take probably like 10 minutes more to wrap up all of these things. I will just give you the context on where you can add the customer list in the Zendesk, so that while your agent verifies its customer, it doesn't like tell you, ki, oh, this customer doesn't exist. Okay, we are leaving no pitfalls for this agent. So I will quickly show you. So once you have set up your Zendesk account, and I am also on free trial in case so are you. So in the left hand side, you'll be able to see this human icon, which is basically the customers. And in here, you just click on the customer section, and let's say like for this demo, I added just 2 customers. just to show you how this will work in real life if you have already that enterprise system ingrained, right? So see, we have like these 4 5 accounts. You can just add customer here, or you can do like a bulk import if you want. That's completely up to you, and that's all you need. Okay, that is all you need in the Zendesk part. I hope that this was easy and comprehensible. Okay, now we get back to the agent. Okay, so now that we are back to the agent, we will test out our prompts. So for that, I will head over to the guide and we'll scroll down, down, down. And let's say I want this one. Okay, this is unacceptable. You can select any of these three, that's completely fine. If you read also these prompts, you'll be able to see that this one is of more of a higher urgency, so that I can also like show you how this looks in the Slack as well. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, you just copy and open your playground and test it. So for that, just 1 second. Okay, I think I've already used that ticket, so I'll just like write a new one. But you can use this one, okay? Since you have not like used this one, you can go ahead and copy this prompt, and that's it. Then you go ahead to your agent, open your playground. You'll be able to see this green playground button, which opens up this chat window. Okay, you can expand this if you want, but for now, let me just reopen this. Yeah. So see, hello. You can also type in like, what can you do? Help me get started. But I'm going to start with the queries itself. Okay. So let me paste this. So this is how it usually looks like in the message, right? You have like the subject line and then you have the content. Now for the verification of the customer, I will also include my email. So let's say my email ID is okay. Now this email ID should match the ones that you have included in your customer Zendesk list in case you are using that. In case not, just add a similar or familiar email ID from the customer list. That's it. Okay. And as you can see, we have already copy pasted the prompt right here, and then I'm going to click on send and wait for this agent to work out. Okay. So this is how the agent is thinking, and it will go through all of the steps that I have mentioned in the agent instruction also. Okay, so it has replied, okay, I'll analyze the message and verify the customer, check for duplicate tickets, all of these steps that we have mentioned. Okay, first it analyzed the message, then it verified the customer. You'll be also able to see the tool calls that it made. So it used the list Zendesk user, and you can expand it from here to get into more details on like what the agent did in that specific tool call. And then it updated the ticket. We have updated the message in your existing support ticket, because as I already said, right, I have already raised that query. So you'll be able to see that if the duplicate was found, we had to update that Zendesk ticket, and that's exactly what my agent did. It did not create a duplicate ticket for itself. Okay, and then it sent a Slack message. Okay, so if I had to show you the Slack message, okay, 1 sec. Yep. Okay. I hope that my screen is visible. Okay. You can see the timing and all. So this is a Slack message that has been sent. that the customer has followed up twice and all of that. The urgency is high, sentiment is negative, because apparently the customer was really frustrated with his complaint, and this was the ID of the customer. Okay, now this, the next like the customer support team can actually follow up, maybe call that customer and really get through, okay, okay, what has happened, give me more details and stuff. But if it was auto resolvable, then the agent would have done that for you. So if I had to show that as well, you can go ahead with the first two of the prompts and you will be able to see. All right, now if you have realized, like, we have only mentioned the simple return queries, right? But let's quickly jump back to our agent, create a new thread from here, basically a fresh chat. So you just click on plus and that's it. And let's say you want to ask about refund queries just to test all of the edge cases, right? Um, okay. Where is my refund? I had ordered. Oh, sorry. I had. Okay. Let's say this is the query. Okay. Pretty customer support related. And then I also give, say, email ID, ahana at the rate, any of the email ID. Doesn't matter. Now you'll be able to see that the agent replies as that it is only designed to handle only return related queries. Okay, no refund related queries. So this is how you can also implement the guardrails. Now my guardrails was like pretty simple. It was like a one liner. That's why I included it in the instruction. But if it is more serious, if it is more extensive, you can just go ahead and add guardrails from this area. But for this demo, it's as good as just adding it in the instruction itself. So these are some of the use cases that I have tried out. I hope that this agent made sense, and you have also been successfully able to make this agent. Now we have really narrowed upon a very specific use case where the agent handles only the return queries of a customer support of a big business. Now this can be catered with like multiple agents, let's say a return agent, a refund agent, and all of these things, because with every agent comes a lot of attaching knowledge bases. And mind you, all of these knowledge bases are not small. We have not only included 5 asset, basically 5 PDFs of knowledge, but this can go on like 50 to 100 to like a lot more uncountable pages, right? Now for a human, for your customer support team, it gets really frustrating if you keep getting on like repeated same queries, or if your customer support team has to go through like a big policy book just to like answer queries that are auto solvable. So these are the cases where the agent really fast tracks the whole process, and kind of comes up to be the dream team you want. So yeah, this is a very simple use case that I have come up with. Definitely let me know if any other use case I can work on. You can let me know via email, or just drop it in chats. If you have had any doubts throughout this whole workshop, do let me know. I would be more than happy to answer any of your queries. And I hope that you've been able to build this agent successfully. And that's about it. And if you have opened up for, like, if you have signed up on our agentic platform, then great. If you have not, please make sure to do that. If you want to include your teammates as well, do share the whole sign up link with them as well, so that you and your teammates can build agents and solve your business use cases. For more detailed and more like guidance on how this agent can cater to your business problems, feel free to contact our team. And that's about it. Thank you for joining.